Hi everyone, I'm trying different camera settings, trying to learn more, so please do feel free to leave feedback, whether good or bad. I accept any and all criticism in any and all tone of voice or text. Because however bad you think you're being, I can guarantee I heard worse from a professor or a PhD wannabe in design school. I really do, I have plenty of stories. So I just put on some lip balm because I forgot, and I'm so excited for this video because Pony did a collaboration with Fresh 02, which from what I can gather is a Taiwanese makeup brand, and yes, they do have an English website, so don't be me and make a Taiwanese account and then have to suffer through making your mom translate all the shipping notifications for you. They do have an English website, and if you go to their Taiwanese website, you probably will actually get a redirection notification, and you can put in your phone number, make an English account. They do ship internationally. It is expensive, but I got it so quickly. Everything is in wonderful condition and I'm so excited. I'm going to be demoing the concealer palette, which looks like this, and it looks like a dream concealer palette for me because if you guys have watched any of my videos, you will see a profound lack of liquid concealer because I seem to just use cream, which is specifically my JX one, and I'm really eager to try this. And then I got two lipsticks and two colors that I thought I would like. I really wanted to buy more, but the shipping, the money, I could only buy the things I like the most, so that's all we got today. I'm going to moisturize with the REPHR moisturizer. I think the lighting might be a little bit much for this white tube because it's a little overexposed. But yeah, I really like this. I don't know, it's so basic and simple. I feel like it does everything that I need it to do without irritating my skin or without feeling greasy or anything, so I really like it underneath makeup. It's something I could totally see myself just kind of keeping around forever under my makeup whenever I feel like I need some light moisturizing during the day. If they turn this into like a spray, I would be so excited. And let me also, I forgot, I need to pull these back. I did finally get my bangs trimmed professionally. I usually trim them myself, but every couple of months I do get them done professionally just so that I can like kind of reset because I cannot keep my bangs even to save my life, and they look so nice. And then I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Primer. I have said multiple times before that this is one of the best primers that I've ever used, and I've gone through one, this is my second, and I have a third. But I've not actually used it recently, mostly just because I film at night. I just forgot to use it because this is mostly my long wear primer that I use every summer. I used to film in the mornings, and so I would put this on and then wear my makeup throughout the day. But I kept forgetting. I'm gonna use the Skin Caring Glow foundation today, this one right here, mostly just because I feel like it. I haven't used this in a while. This is a foundation I bought knowing full well that it would be something I use mostly towards the fall winter. I just got it because I got it off Reddit for a really good deal. Now, as I've mentioned before, because it was on Reddit and it was so cheap, I compromised the shade for the sake of my money. So this is shade 80 and it's not a match, but I can make it work with, like, you know, a copious amount of contour. And then of course we all know my mistake where I for some reason brain farted and got 80 in the matte formula as well, because I got this before I got that one. And now I'm just stuck with these foundations that don't really match, but what am I gonna do, right? I'm just gonna use these because I like them. And I'll just be a ghost and then I just kind of contour it back. I do have some breakouts going on right here. I got a lash lift, and when I have a lash lift, I can't really like wash my face very well, so my skin just kind of freaks out during that time, but it should go back to normal in a couple days. I tried a new place and either my lashes have gotten really short and are just not wanting to grow, or the place didn't really lift my lashes as well or as dramatically as I prefer, so I'll find a place I like eventually. Yeah, this foundation, it goes on really smoothly. It feels like just a really nice moisturizer, and it has a really smooth consistency to it that I really like. So I completely forgot to color correct, but that's fine. In fact, that's probably a good thing because it means I can really test this concealer palette, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to pop this open. I just opened it, but it seems like it has 3 concealer shades and then a pink shade that I'll test out later. It's like an orange salmon color. So I'm gonna be kind of using these 2 shades to conceal my under eyes. I know sometimes there's like a layer you have to like break through. I put on a little too much on this eye because I was really swirling the brush in the pan. My only concern about this product is I can see it drying out faster because it's a flip that has all 4 shades. My JX Professional one is a screw top, and I always screw it on super tightly at the end of each use. And I'm kind of mixing the first 2 shades together. The first shade is pretty light, so I mixed these two and I think it matches me better. It spreads really easily too. Yeah, I pretty much never use liquid concealers these days. I've tried to get into them, but ultimately it just never sticks. I just always go back to my pot concealers because I feel like only those can cover enough for me. Really, honestly, not bad. At first glance it lays on really well. I'll see how it powders. I did put on a little bit more than normal, so if it doesn't look the greatest or it doesn't feel the greatest, then that's more my fault than the product's fault. So far, nothing for me to be suspicious about. So I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I've noticed when I go long periods between uses, what's on the applicator kind of dries, which feels kind of gross, but whatever. Yeah, I thought about getting the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzers. Like, they caught my attention, but meh. I put it on like the maybe during a sale kind of burner list, but it didn't catch my attention enough, especially when this product is so good. And I could spot conceal all of my little acne marks that I have going on right now, but I don't really feel like it. I've not really ever been one who's like self-conscious about my acne showing through when I do get it. I'm also terrible at spot concealing. I do practice, but I'm not really good enough at it to where I feel like I can do it on demand. So I just don't bother most of the time. So that adds a lot more needed dimension to my face, makes my neck and my face feel like they kind of merge a little bit better. So I'm gonna go in with Kogendo powder in beige. In one of my previous videos, I did try using the pink one that I just procured, and I was highly surprised by how sparkly it was, so I'm just back to using this one because this one's just kind of, the OG is the best. And it'll be a good chance to see how this concealer powders. Yeah, I've made a pretty substantial dent into this. I use it a lot. So the concealer as of right now does not look dry at all, but of course my whole face just looks powdered and looks really nice because, you know, this powder is really good. So that just indicates that this concealer performs with this powder as I would expect, which is a good sign. All right, I'm gonna prime my eyes with Prime and Lock from Makeup Revolution. No particular reason. I'm gonna try using a little bit more today. I've been experimenting with eye primers recently, try and figure out, you know, learn more about them, how they interact with my eyes. Alright, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows first. So I was sent as a free gift this brow pencil from their collab with Disney. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be the right shade, but I'm just gonna try it really quick. Yeah, that's too brown, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pass this along. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black, and I'm gonna use that to do my eyebrows. I really want to get the new Espoir brow pencil. It was developed with Minsko, one of my favorite Korean YouTubers. I feel like she really has yet to do me wrong. I'm a little nervous about the shades that she made, but we'll see. She seemed to specifically say they're quite neutral, not leaning too far warm, not leaning with too much red in them. They're like, she called them very mute colored, so it seemed right up my alley. And you know, she has black hair and she doesn't ever dye it or anything, so surely she knows. And then I'm going to use the brow blade. I did buy 2 more brow flicks. Glossier was having a Memorial Day sale. I am definitely very excited to receive them because I haven't used it in, at this point, probably almost 2 years. And it seems like Glossier's leadership is changing, so I didn't want to be left high and dry without one if they discontinue part of the range. The eyebrows are on, so my eye primer has had a couple minutes. So I thought it would be fun today, use my newest silly purchase, my newest clown purchase. The Urban Decay Wild Greens Palette was half off, and honestly, I know we all have our thoughts and feelings about Urban Decay, but Urban Decay is still one of those brands where because of the fact that it seems like I know they're gonna go half off, and they do, I always eventually end up picking it up anyways, because at full price I don't feel compelled, but it itches, it leaves this makeup itch, and for half off it's worth scratching. So I bought it. It feels very muted, very pretty. I do think this is a really great color layout. I'm very excited to have fun with it. I don't have any expectations, so I'm just gonna play, and I hope I just want to have fun with this. I feel like Urban Decay is still a brand that I use their products and I have fun. You know, I just don't buy them at full price anymore because it's not worth full price. But for half price, I feel like I buy it, I use it a couple times, and I have a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna go in with Super Greens, which is this light green, and this primer is fairly sticky, so this should be good for holding on to these mattes and shimmers. I did hear some people say that they are kind of on the powdery side, so using this nice sticky primer should help. And you can see that that shade stuck on really well. Alright, and then I'm gonna go into Kickback, and I'm gonna use that to add some more depth. And it's gonna just create a very earthy look, something very simple. And I'm not doing a vertical gradient this time, I'm doing a horizontal gradient. And I'm not really building it up to look super dark because I'm using a softer, fluffier brush today, so I don't want this look to be too dramatic. Well, I say that, but we all know how that turns out in the end usually. Alright, and then I'm gonna take Kale, which is the darker greens besides Super Greens, and that's gonna go on the lower lash line. These are just really pretty greens. They work really well with neutrals. I will say Urban Decay does a really great job of kind of making colors boring, which sounds like a bad thing, but it's not always a bad thing. This shade is super powdery though. Like, I'm dipping it into the pan. Like, I dip my brush into the pan. There's so much powder. The shade just like powders everywhere. And then I'm gonna just use some of that same shade to add some green to the outer corner. Really just going for a super soft blend, which is what I feel like Urban Decay mattes at this point. They're not really pigmented like they used to be, but they are really blendable, so they're always really good at achieving an ultra soft blend. So yeah, they are very easy to use, which is nice. So now I really want to go into Prickly, which is actually a little bit more on like the blue mint side. I'm gonna use this as kind of the point shade. It doesn't really feel super shiny on my finger, and going on my lid, it feels disappointing. I know a lot of the reviews about this palette were mostly harping on the shimmers being super disappointing, so I'm not really expecting much and I'm not getting much. Definitely not anything worth writing home about, but again, for $22, it's really not something I'm complaining about. Not really for me, obviously, but we all kind of knew that already. Alright, so then I'm going to go into Twist, and I'm just going to use this on the other part, kind of like to close the gap, transition to my outer corner. Again, it feels pretty sheer. I'm just using it to kind of transition into the outer corner. No, nothing groundbreaking here going on. I'm going to go into Chill, and this is going to go in the inner corner. And again, this doesn't look super awesome or anything, but oh, no, this shade is good. This shade is kind of more along the lines of like the super smooth metallic. Okay, no, this shade is good. Why can't all the other shimmers be like this? It is always so weird to me that there can be this much inconsistency in one palette, especially from a brand like Urban Decay. Yeah, this shade is really good. It's so weird. Alright, I'm gonna use a brush for Prickly, see if maybe the brush makes the difference slightly. It seems like these shades may like a brush a little bit better, which definitely surprises me, but it's good to know that it can perform better somehow. Yeah, I'm getting much better mileage using a brush. And then I'm gonna take Twist on my lower lash line. On top of the Kale, it looks really pretty. Getting a little bit of fallout with these though, so these are probably shades best used wet or something. Not that I really care. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of Chill, and that's just gonna go on the inner corner of my lower lash line. I like it, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush because I do want to go into Super Greens again. And I'm just going to go over the top. I want to make sure the shade is still visible. If you hear a strange noise in the background, Gates is grooming himself, and because he perpetually has the sniffles, he is a really noisy groomer. It sounds like he's slurping all the time. It's very funny. It sounds gross, but at the same time, because it's a cat and not a person, it's kind of cute. But if it comes from a human, I get really mad. And then I'm gonna take Lo-Fi, and I just want to add a flash of warmth on the upper part of the eye look here. Just a little bit. It It just kind of just adds a little something. It works really well with my skin tone. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna take Lo-Fi on the lower lash line, and this should kind of tie the look together. I've been really into lower eyeshadow. I feel like it just kind of contours my face a little bit more. Yeah. So I do think my video is a little bit overexposed, but that's fine. But this is gonna be the look. So I am now going to curl my lashes and put on some non-waterproof mascara just to see how my lash lift is holding up. Of course, you know, you gotta let it sit for 24 hours, which I did, so. I don't know, this lash lift just didn't really feel like it did anything. And it could just be that my lashes have become shorter and thinner. You know, maybe my lashes are going through the aging process and I'm just losing my lashes. I don't know. My hair is extremely stubborn. The hair on my head too, by the way. My hair cannot hold a curl at all. It never held a curl, and now that I keep it permanently straightened, it wouldn't hold a curl at all, period. But yeah, I'll see what happens. For mascara, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty one, the Volumizing mascara. It's not written on here what it is. I do really like how this looks on my lower lashes, so I'll be interested to see how this holds up on my upper lashes. I am getting it on my eyelid because I am a mess, but ignore it. Yeah, I just feel like my lashes have gotten thinner all of a sudden. I'm kind of going through a phase of like lash loss. Not to mention they're not really as lifted as they could have been, so. Yeah, my right eye especially this time, and usually it's my left eye that doesn't lift as well, so it's unusual that it's my right eye this time, but yeah, it feels like you can really barely see it, which is sad. But I don't want to get it permed again. It is not good for your lashes, so I'm just gonna have to wait it out. And then I'm gonna put on some eyeliner and let this set, and then I'll do my lower lashes because otherwise I'm gonna get it all over. So I'm going to take some brown eyeliner. I'm gonna use the CLIO Xtreme Gelpresso liner in the shade 01. And I'm gonna use this to draw some wings. Nothing too terribly dramatic, and I do draw them nice and long just because nice that way, I think anyways. My angles are never the same, oh my gosh, I swear, every single time. This angle is always more up than this angle. When the Rare Beauty mascara dries down, it suddenly becomes really thin, and it doesn't look as volumizing as it did. It looks alright on my lower lashes, but on my upper lashes, once it dries down, it suddenly gets thinner. Okay, I'm just gonna use a brown liner for the inner corner on my lower lash line, mostly just because I'm lazy. And it's faster. Okay, and now my mascara has definitely dried, so I'm gonna go and use this on my lower lashes. Yeah, I think I need to just get a new lash serum. I've been using mine for like 8 months now, and I think it just might be old, running out, expired, kind of a deal. Yeah, it looks alright on my lower lashes. It's not like super ultra volumizing, but at the same time it's not too bad. And I do have a waterproof mascara coming in the mail soon. It's the Holika one that Minsko really likes. My Yes Style order finally did ship, so I'm really excited to use that. That'll hopefully give me the boost my lashes need while I wait for my lash lift. It's nice to be on a falsies break sometimes. I've been wearing falsies in every single video for a while, and I know not all of you guys wear falsies, so here's me with my natural lashes. Alright, so I'm gonna work on the blush now. I haven't used this in a little bit, so I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Trio. This was on sale during the Memorial Day sale. As far as I can tell, a lot of the things in the Memorial Day sale that I was interested in sold out really fast. I just forgot to buy it, so I missed it. But I'm gonna use Desert Orchid from this little trio. Yeah, I had some stuff in my cart, but then I got really busy running errands and all kinds of things, and I straight up forgot. And then by the time I got home and checked my phone, literally everything in my cart was sold out. So if I forgot to buy it, like if I just forgot all day long, then I guess it really wasn't that important, because like if it was that important, I would have remembered. But like I don't really know how true of a statement that is, because I also have because you know, when you have ADHD, you forget everything, even the important stuff. So at this point, I don't even know how true that statement really is. And it just kind of, because I use that warm shade right up there, I feel like this blush matches. And it's a little bit more earthy tone. It got more beige in it, so it should also work with just the general green vibe I'm going for. But I'm not gonna put on too much. It does have a slight amount of glow to it, but it's not not overbearing. Pat McGrath's blush formula has honestly grown on me a lot. Initially I had no plans to buy it because it was so expensive, but then I got it during the glitch and I got this trio, and now if her blushes went even, I know they're 30% off right now, I would buy them 30% off. They're actually really nice. They've really grown on me. So yeah, that's the blush. You can see it just has a nice subtle glow to itself. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna use Golden Mint, which I use this a lot. You guys see me use this a lot, but it's really good, so I'm gonna use it again. Yeah, this video is definitely overexposed. And I'm going to just use this tiny little Hakuhodo brush. I did finally place my Hakuhodo order before the 30% price increase, but it seems like a lot of other people had the same idea before me, so some of the stuff on my cart had actually sold out and it won't be restocked until after their price increase, so that was kind of an L for me, but such is the way things go. At least I was able to get a couple things, you know, that's better than nothing. And then for the highlighter that's on my nose, I'm going to take I haven't used this in a while. I'm gonna use the Clinique Lunar Pop. I don't actually know if I've ever used this on camera, but I'm gonna use this on my nose. It is almost too dark, but it is a really pretty color. It reminds me of Revelation, but it's a little bit darker and it's a lot more smooth with less sparkle. Really pretty. I wish they made more shades using their... I wish they had more shades of bronzer and highlighter using their formula. I don't really see why they didn't. And it's also really cute too because of all the flowers. Okay, so that's gonna be the face so far. So all that's left for me to put on is gonna be the lip makeup and then we'll be finished. Alright, I'm gonna take M Cosmetics Fawn. I haven't used this in a while. I feel like it's not too overlined today. So these are the lipsticks with the cutest little polka dot packaging. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And I got two shades. So I got Rose Tea and I got Red Velvet. And I think Red Velvet was the one that was marked as like Pony's pick color, but here they are. One of them's more rose and one of them's more red. They're honestly probably pretty similar at the end of the day. I really wanted to try the rose one, and then the red one kind of had like, Pony really likes this color, so of course I fell hook, line, and sinker because, I mean, duh. So I'm gonna use Rose Tea. So it is a creamy formula. It's not super matte. This is like an MLBB shade on me. It is not super ultra shiny, which I really like. It's very, very thin. It feels really nice. Like it slides onto the lips really well without being too thick. And then I'll just kind of tap it out a little bit. Ooh, yeah, this is a really nice lip formula. And it blurs really well too, but it's not got any like that silicone feel that like a blur matte would have. It doesn't feel like that at all, but you can see it's got a natural finish to it, very natural. This is a shade that I really like. I think you guys can definitely tell this is like a shade that I totally would go for. Okay, so this is gonna be the finished look. I think it's really pretty, very simple. It's nothing particularly spectacular, but it's just simple and easy, and it has no false lashes for those of you who do not use false lashes. So now you have a makeup look with no lashes, and you can see me with no lashes, which I look better with false lashes, but don't we all? So, but this is the final look. I had so much fun just playing around with makeup, new and old, and yeah, I'm filming this really late at night, so this was just kind of a really chill, fun session for me to just kind of relax to. I hope you guys had a really good weekend. I'm filming this on a Monday. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please feel free to leave any video requests or whatever in the comments section. I do read. If I forgot, if you think I forgot, just leave it again. Chances are high I might have not written it down, and if I don't write it down, I will forget it because I have 0 brain cells. So always feel welcome to just like say it again, like comment again, say, hey, I left a comment before, but just reminding you I wanted to see this. Like, that's completely fine. You're not gonna offend me because I forget everything. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!